You know, I always get that, being a Florida and a Georgia grad, and I always say that when Florida and Georgia play, I always win. So, good afternoon. I want to thank President Moorhead, certainly Dean Barbour, the faculty, staff, and administrators of this great university, and in particular this afternoon, the graduate school. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to have been asked to speak at such a memorable occasion. I'm sure the dean and her staff could have selected almost anyone, yet they chose me. So yes, I am tremendously honored to be here. I'm a double dog. But I have to tell you, I do feel a little bit of pressure. Commencement speeches, after all, are high stakes. We all remember those graduation speeches, don't we? Okay, well, maybe not. But that is my goal today. And in fact, I have 3 goals. 1, I do want to be relevant. I want to keep it real. My kids call it keep it 100. I want to speak plainly with a message that I hope will resonate with you, our graduates, and where you are today. 2, I want to be memorable. After all, you're about to go out into this world and begin or continue your careers. So I want to give you a message today that I hope that you will pack and take away and take along with you on your journey. And 3, I want to be quick, because I realize that if I don't do this quickly, the first 2 won't matter anyway. So I did think long and hard about what I wanted to share with you today. It has not been too long since I've sat where you're sitting. And since then, the thing that I have become increasingly aware of is just how privileged I am to have graduated with my master's degree and my PhD from this great university, the University of Georgia. How privileged you are. So I start with that truth, graduates. The truth is, you are special. And this is a big moment. Let us not underestimate what you have accomplished here. Attaining your graduate degree says something quite magnificent about who you are. It separates you from the pack. It says, you're not baseline, you're not common, and okay really isn't. You're an overachiever, you go the extra mile, you are the extra in the ordinary. Today, you join the ranks of only 10% of Americans who hold a graduate degree, and less than 2% who hold a PhD. So yes, you are very special. You are privileged. So what does that mean? What does it mean to be privileged? My faith tells me, to whom much is given, much is required. So what does your privilege then ask of you? What does the world expect? Or better still, what does the world need from you as an achiever? This is my message to you today. Let that question always be with you. May you always ask yourself, what am I to do with this one life I've been given? What am I to do with this one life I've been given? And keep asking yourself that question until you know. And when you know, do. You may say, look, lady, I'm just trying to figure out who I am and get a job. And not necessarily in that order. And I say, yes, I know. I totally understand. And your parents are hoping for that as well. But as soon as you accomplish those things, the overachiever in you will rise up and ask, what now? I'm sure of that. As soon as you find out who you are and you build the competence that you need to be successful in your career, something deeper will come calling out to you. For you see that once you know who you are, you then have a responsibility to give of yourself back to the world, your competence, your gifts, and your talents. The activist and advocate for disadvantaged Americans, Marian Wright Edelman, stated, education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and your world better than you found it. You see, it is assumed that your education, which gives you privilege, will benefit you. That's common. That's baseline. That's the ordinary. What is the extra, what is endemic to the overachiever, is that your education is to benefit your community, benefit the world. In her message, our Dean Barber on the website says that an investment in our graduate students and their education is an investment in the future. You, our graduates, are our future. Privilege. So what does it mean to be privileged? I want you to think about your educational achievement as the ransom that you have bought your privilege. And at the intersection of your privilege and the world's need is your purpose. At the intersection of your privilege and the world's need, you will find your purpose. You will find that which the world requires of you. It will all make perfect sense. You'll come to your fork in the road, your Robert Frost proverbial two roads diverged in a wood. And based on who you've shown yourself to be thus far, a graduate of the University of Georgia, inside 10% of our nation's educated elite, a person who commits yourself to excellence, oh yes, I am fully persuaded that you will take the road less traveled and you will make a difference. You will live a life that matters because that's just who you are. Why am I so sure of that? I'm sure because on your journey, like others on theirs, you will recognize a need, an admonishment even, to move beyond a position of competence to a life of significance. I have reached that point in my own journey, and I'm thankful, so very thankful for the education that I received here at the University of Georgia. My professors, like yours, did more than teach me theory and abstract concepts. They encouraged me to be pragmatic, to be fully present, to interact thoughtfully and critically in the world, always thinking how I can make things better, not being afraid to ask tough questions or seek solutions to big problems. It doesn't take you to look very far in the recent state of affairs, the recent election cycle even, to know that yes, we have big questions and we need solutions to some big problems. So that was my experience. That is what I packed for my journey. That is what I'm hoping you will pack for your journey. So as I close, I leave you with this thought. Your privilege is the result of your hard work, determination, and relentless pursuit of your dreams. You should be proud, immensely proud of what you have accomplished. You have a room of family and friends who are oh so proud of you. This is a great moment, awesome, celebrate it. However, remember that your privilege was never meant for your comfort, but equipment for your service. To be in service to others, to be of service to something larger than yourself. Your privilege, your propensity to achieve is what the world needs today, and it needs it from you. So what will you do with this one life that you've been given? Something tells me that you will reach the point where your privilege does meet the world need, you will find your purpose, and we will all be the better for it. Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2016, and go Dogs.